Welcome to our brand new series on important events of the post-WW1 years. In this series we will be covering the main events of a certain country in the post-war years. As you can see, we will be starting with Italy and with the section of pre-Mussolini dictatorship and then about Mussolini's dictatorship right until 1939. War plans for Italy. At the start of WW1 Italy was neutral but had strong relations with Austro-Hungary and Germany. Italy was part of the Triple Alliance which consisted of Germany and Austro-Hungary. They would provide mutual support if any member was getting attacked. But in 1915 they got an offer to join the Triple Entente which were fighting on the other side. In the secret Treaty of London Italy was offered control and full control of the Adriatic coast all the way to Albania. Britain also said that they would give them future economical funding which I hardly believe. Italy was convinced by these terms and joined the Triple Entente. Italy would later win the war and sit in Versailles. In the war, Italy held back the Austrian armies, a notable achievement. The people's opinion on war. The Italian people wanted to stay out of this deadly conflict. They were at war when this started and intended to stay out of it. When they joined the war, the Italian people were not very fond of it. By the start of the war, when Italy joined, there were many anti-war protests throughout the entire nation. War was only supported by a small part of Italian ideology, which were the conservatives and nationalists. Paris peace talks outcome for Italy. As Italy won the war, they got to sit in the Paris Peace Conference which decided the future borders of Europe. As they were promised a lot, they expected to get what was promised. But it didn't go that way. Vittorio Orlando, the Italian Prime Minister, was negotiating in Versailles. But sadly, he only got a part of what Italy was promised originally. They only got control plus minor gains in the Adriatic Sea. He and the Italian people considered it to be a minor gain in the treaty compared to what they wanted. Orlando obtained a permanent membership of the League of Nations, though which were going to solve upcoming international conflicts. But Orlando was furious. Enraged, he left the Versailles Conference and would later resign as Prime Minister of Italy. The reasons to him being ignored were simple. Basically the big three, Wilson, Clemenceau and Lloyd George, claimed that Italy had won a mutilated victory and that they shouldn't get what they wanted. The Italian people were with the big three and some with Orlando saying that he should persuade and demand more from them. Orlando was ignored in Versailles. Italy after WW1. After WW1 there was a clear effect of the war as Italy entered the 20s with an unstable economy and low stability with rising unemployment. After the Paris peace talks, Italy was left politically divided with people going to the extreme political parties. The Italian government was weak and badly organized and the economy was in the verge of collapse. As time passed, extremist parties started to come out to popularity, which is a similar situation that would happen to Germany. To make things worse, Italy had internal conflicts known as Biennio, the Red Years, where communists would seize factories and gain popularity. One of those parties was Mussolini's fascist party, which managed to suppress the communists and gain a seat in the parliament in 1921. Mussolini's march on Rome. As Mussolini kept gaining popularity, he decided that he would become the leader of Italy by force. So on late October, he decided that he was going to march towards Rome and persuade the king to make him prime minister. By around October 20th, Mussolini's black shirts started to seize factories and killing their political rivals, communists, and on October 29th he took positions at the River Po plain and started to march towards Rome. Originally Mussolini was in Milan. If something was going to go wrong with the march, then he could flee to Switzerland. The former prime minister, but which technically had control of the country, Luigi Fector, ordered a state of emergency on Rome and sent his proposal to the king. The king refused as he knew about the disorder in Italy and feared a civil war. When Mussolini arrived in Rome, King Victor Emmanuel made him Italy's new leader, and by January of the year 1925, he declared in a public speech that he was the new supreme leader of Italy, or better known as Il Duce. Thanks for watching, hope you liked the video. See you next time.